Good.
Hey, what's up guys? This is Coach Travis with Evolution Athletics. Today I just want to talk for a moment about the advantages and disadvantages of RPE versus percentage-based training. So basically RPE is rate of perceived exertion. So the big pro here is it allows for a lot of fluctuations throughout training that are going to be affected by a high number of variables. For example, if I have an athlete come in who has just broke up with a boyfriend or girlfriend, or they had a test that was very stressful to them, or they didn't sleep well, that's going to allow for some fluctuations and variability throughout the program. Now, one big drawback is that young athletes, basically, when they're brand new to training, they don't have a good perception or idea yet of what 60% or 70% or 80% is supposed to feel like yet. So it's not necessarily always accurate to ask them and say, well, how hard was that? The things that we can use as our advantage as coaches is basically look at body position and technique, and then second to that is we can look at bar speed. Because if they have excellent technique and the bar is moving relatively fast to the movement, well, we're going to go ahead and add weight even if they think it's difficult. Now, the big pro of percentage-based programs is that it allows for a great framework over expectations throughout the program. So we will actually use a nice blend of both. So we'll have percentages laid out, but then we'll also say to the athletes, you tell us about your day. How's your week been? How was your weekend? Did you have competition? Did you have practice? All these things. So we can kind of add or take away a little bit and add in our own little spin of RPE there. So now the major drawback of percentage-based training is this. If I am a really good tester or if I'm a really poor tester and I'm on either end of the continuum, basically my next 8, 12, 16 week program is dictated by that one test day. Now the problem there is I'm going to make major fluctuations throughout that 12 to 16 week program. So that testing day becomes less and less accurate the further removed from it I get. So I did have one question from an athlete about, how do I understand the perception of, what's the mental approach supposed to be like heading into an RPE-based day? So that's a great question. And basically what I will tell them is this. Heading into each movement, you should have the mental approach that you're going to have the maximal intent to move it as fast as possible. Basically what we want to create is we want to create athletes that are 100% on or 100% off. We don't want what we call dimmer switch athletes. We don't want athletes who are only going to move things just fast enough. We want, boom, 100% movement or 0. There is no in between. So basically if they take that in their warm-up sets all the way up to their actual work sets, they will have done their speed work, and then that mentality becomes ingrained in them over time. See you, Turner. Have a good one, man. Basically that becomes ingrained in them over time. So they approach and kill every rep. They never take a rep off or go on cruise control. Basically, they are moving with maximal intent each and every time. And as a result, they notice dramatically better results than if they were to just go on cruise control and not have that intention. So that is something we definitely drive home with our athletes here. So I hope that helps. If you guys have questions or comments, please comment below or send us an email at coach@evolutionathletics.net. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Have a good night.